Alrighty, Lumberjacks, welcome back to another The Operator's View episode. I'm still trying to figure out that intro. So I think I'm just going to hop in the buncher and do some leveling. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here, because I've been kind of clear-cutting the front here. We got a little pile. You know what? We're going to cheat. Actually, I'm just going to throw this one to the river. I don't even want this. Look at this ugly thing. Go to the sea where you belong. See, I was going to bunch, and I'm just trying to decide if I want to... I might just do hillside bunching and then do the same route that we just did, but backwards, lay it backwards as we go. That'll probably be slightly easier, I think. So I'm going to hop in that and do that. Now, again, we're using this this new, beautiful, faster buncher head. Oh, man. I had a lot of complaints about that one that I had out. And it's been a while now since... By the time you're seeing this video, it's been out for a long time, but... the one that I had before basically had, so that would take a little bit longer to cut, but the ends would be smooth. But the problem was you couldn't clear stumps by just doing that. Like, it wouldn't give you a nice clear stump cleaning. And man, did that make a lot of people angry, because they got really used to that apparently. So I promptly added that back in the next update. Gotta keep people happy. That's the way she goes. But I also agreed. I understand. I mean, so when I make a decision on something, if I think it's good, I will stick to it, and I don't care what anybody says. But I will admit that was maybe not the best decision to make, because I know a lot of people really didn't like it so much. So that's cool. I understand. I understand how you're feeling. Actually, I'm going to put this right here. And then let's go sneak around this way and grab some of this. I have to move. Actually, let's move that skidder real quick, too. We'll just leave that running. Super speed. That's what happens when you use the editor mode all the time. You get super speed. So let's go park this skidder. And sometimes I use my controller, sometimes I just use my mouse and keyboard, depending how lazy I'm feeling. Right now, I just want to kind of move it, so I don't really care. That's the joys of computer, is I can, or PC, sorry, computer, whatever, is that I can hop between all these implements over and over and over. Oh, let's get a picture of that. I like that. Who's the pretty one? You are. That's apparently the voice I have to use when I'm taking pictures now. That's just the way that is, so deal with it. Yeah, so let's maybe carve out some of these guys. Hill bunching's always annoying, especially when you're side hill bunching. But you know what? We're still killing them, so that's good. You don't really get them at the height that you really want, but they still cut, so whatevs. There we go. Yeah, so I guess since we're in the buncher, let's talk buncher controls. And I know I've gone over buncher controls lots and lots and lots. There's videos teaching you how to bunch. There's people who teach you how to bunch. So for me, bunching's pretty easy. I mean, you don't really use a lot of buttons. You know, you got your main claw that kind of closes and opens, and then you got your secondary claw, which I have on this toggle here. And that's pretty much it. I mean, the key is to just remember where your head's facing. Keep it always pointing up a little bit if you can. Not like a lot up, but enough to get a good, enough to get a good scrape. Unless you're doing stump clearing, then you want to keep your head down. I forgot about that. But if you're going like clearing even crossways, make sure your head is sitting kind of, if not perfectly level across, even tilted up just a teeny weeny, whoops. Oh my god, what happened there? A teeny weeny bit. So even if you tilt it up like about that much, see how it's kind of got an arc? Because automatically when you go in to punch in that head, you're going to lower your head anyway, so it almost sits level when you go into for that grab. Oh, that was a terrible example. Because we're hill bunching. Okay, don't listen to me. I don't know anything. And then it's good practice so you can pick up your tree again. It's sweet. Listen here. I'm a professional, and my words will be remembered forever. Oh my god. What is going on here? I need to level it up here. There we go. Face it head on. There. Oh, almost. Gentle. When you're trying to pick them off the ground, you can't do it real fast. You have to kind of tap it to get a nice close. Oh, it's if it doesn't fall out of the head. Don't fall out of the head. Oh, you're going to be that guy, are you? And then eventually, every once in a while, you get these trees that you just want to rip out of the frickin' ground and just kill it. Because it's so annoying. There you go. Oh my god. You piece of spaghetti. Okay. You know what? You can just stay there. We'll come back for you. Or maybe we won't. Maybe you'll just stay there and die. You'll never become a tree. Or a house. So let's go cut. Cutting uphill, best scenario, because you really don't have to do much. You just kind of run it into the ground and then pinch it off. Let's see if we can get 2 here. Dual trees, even harder. Sometimes you just got to go slow until you get them both mashed. And then you can kind of back it up. Actually, we'll make another pile here just to make sense of our stupid situation with this one. There you go. Now you got friends. Always good to have friends. Yeah, bunching uphill is just annoying. I actually really like flat maps. I'm sure in real life it's probably not as fun either. Of course, in real life you can also slam through the trees. They don't shoot you backwards. Can you imagine how scary it would be if they did shoot you backwards, though? Let's see if we can get that one. Ow! Did I get it? Nope. Oh! Oh, no, we diced and sliced it, though. I don't think I'm really going to go on that hillside anyway. I just wanted to kind of make a little notch for where we're going to keep our point here. So let's call this the notch, and we'll just cut straight up this hill. We'll leave everything to the left alone, and then we'll kind of mash up this hill here. Now again, pain in the arse going up hills because there's nowhere to really lay the trees. You kind of got to cut out your own notch. Like, leave a tree somewhere and use it as like a notch point, if that makes sense. Oh, there we go. Little wiggly trees there. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cross-place these like here so that I can hopefully balance them. See if they stay. That one's going to try to escape. Let's turn that head off so we're not mutating the logs. You just got to kind of find a spot for them to lay so they don't wiggle about. And you know what? In this game, I realize the ground doesn't actually, it's not real. You know, there's no softness to it. So when you throw a tree down, it doesn't bite into the ground and have friction like a normal real life situation. They just kind of keep rolling and sliding forever. Now, granted, in real life they can slide too, but not quite as violently as this game. You know what? That'll just make an interesting skid. These freaking things are still wiggling about. And then the more you move around where they are sitting, the more they wiggle about and try to get off of each other, and it's kind of stupid. Welcome to Farming Simulator. Let's kind of carve this crap out here. Look, there goes the whole lot of them. Where are you going, guys? If you want to go down there, then go down there. Be over there. Be with your people. Go be with your people. Alright, so here we go. Snap that one. There we go. So yeah, good times, hey? Hopefully everybody's doing good and getting their January depression over with early. Everybody always talks about January. I've heard this from like 7 different coworkers now at different places. January being the most depressive month. Why do you guys think January is the most depressing month? I think it's because everybody spends their money at Christmas buying lots of presents, so the bills are starting to show up in January. Also because Christmas is such a crazy time. Not only is it stressful for some people, it's fun. You get to see family, and then it's over. So you get like this kind of bluesy depression because, you know, the fun's over. It's like when you have like a crazy fun gaming night with all your friends, and then the Sunday after where you're like, oh God, I don't want to be here. I think that's kind of the same kind of concept. It's just kind of a blues feeling. But apparently, yeah, January is just like, everyone's always like, oh, you ready for the January depression? And it's like, well, I guess. I mean, I'm doing all right, but be smart with your money. If money's what really makes you happy, I mean, be smart with it then. I realize money is a big deal for everybody in the world, but if that's the thing that makes you happy and that's what generally controls your existence, then yeah, you gotta manage it well. Then, I mean, I'm not gonna tell people you can't be having your emotions controlled by money, because that's just the way life is. But if your emotions are controlled by money, then you need to organize your money, keep your money in check, pay off your debts, stay out of debt. Step 1. Stay out of unhealthy debt. How about that? That's probably a better call. Everybody, you know, everybody has a house probably or a credit card that you need to build a credit rating, but man, don't make debts. I feel like an old man. I'm always talking about debts now. The stage used to be video games, then it was cars, then it was computers, then it was women, or somewhere in between. Now it's like, hey, manage your money, debt, save up for retirement. I'm my parents now. That's how that is. But I suppose it's good to start picking up on that stuff earlier on in life, as opposed to not figuring it out till you're retiring and being like, oh man, I should have retired. It's too late now, man. It's too late now. I gotta figure out where we are on the map here. I'm lost. So is our bowl down here? Oh, okay. So what I think I'll do is I'll make a little notch cut right across. And maybe we'll punch it out and just stop right here. And then we're going to back cut all of these trees all in time. And we won't be able to do all that today, obviously. And then I think what I'll do is I'll walk backwards and go do. We'll drag it up the landing back and forth. So there's a lot of fast movement. Don't get sick. All right. Okay, so let's cut a couple more. We should probably do some skidding too. Oh, you know what I should do is some loading. Maybe we'll save the next episode for just a bunch of loading. Because now that I'm talking, I don't feel as bad about making you guys sit in one machine the whole time. Because when I was, whenever I'm time-lapsing, I try not to spend more than like 5 minutes per machine. Because I know in the time-lapses they get boring if you're stuck in watching the same machine over and over and over. So I try to skip them out as much as I can. But now that I'm BSing with you guys and we're talking, I don't really feel too bad about staying in one machine while we talk, because it's more fun that way for me, and maybe slightly more entertaining for you guys. There we go. So hopefully this is the case, and if not, well, there's always that button that stops the video from playing. But you guys wouldn't push that, would you? Would you? No. Oh, there we go. Boop. Beautiful. Okay, so what else are we gonna do here? I think we'll just maybe we'll stop the buncher here. Give ourselves some work to do on the next part. I'll take a picture of that. Ooh, that looks pretty. Who's the pretty buncher? You are. Okay, so we got this nice little cut here. Maybe we'll bring that last skid up to the landing here. Do we have any more skids up here? No. But we have like one more big pile I want to bring up back here. So we'll hop in this bad boy and go for our little hoot here. God, you know what? I was watching a movie the other day. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Okay, I haven't watched that movie since I was like a little teeny weeny child kid. Like a very long time. It's been a long time. And I was watching that because they have it on Netflix with all the Indiana Jones movies. And I can't believe how, like, intense that was. Why did my parents allow me to watch that as a kid? I was like, holy crap, there's a lot of brutal stuff in here. Tearing a guy's heart out and all the insects chasing and running all over everybody. Skulls and bodies falling out of the walls. I was like, good lord. How did my parents... Well, my parents were very open to letting me watch that stuff when I was younger. But I'm like, oh, God. I can't imagine forcing someone to watch that now. But yeah, I was watching it and I was just like... It's funny because, like, as a kid, you get these, like, moments that you remember and you're like, oh, yeah, I remember that. But, like, you don't actually think about it. Like, if somebody, like, a month ago would have been like, hey, remember that movie Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom? I mean, your first thoughts are what? Like, the monkey brains, the guy ripping the dude's heart out, you know, stuff like that, or the insects, you know, stuff that leaves a visual hit on you that you can kind of remember, right? But you don't, like, think about the other stuff, like the kid, or, like, the fight scenes, or... the environments, like the really cool castle. It's kind of like a castle. I guess it's like a palace, I guess, that like the emperor's in and stuff. I never like thought about any of that stuff. I was just kind of like, as a kid, brains, you know, like that's all you kind of flash back and remember. But yeah, thinking of that movie, I was like, oh, I never thought about like the cool environments or the witty jokes. I guess as you're an adult, you kind of pick up on the humor and stuff. Like when they're pushing the statues around and stuff and touching the boobs, and it was all like a big joke. As a kid, it would have crossed my mind entirely, but as an adult, I'm like, hey. So funny. But yeah, I just, when I go back and watch those old nostalgic movies sometimes, I'm just like, oh man, I never even, like, this wouldn't have even crossed my mind as a kid. Like, how would I even think this was anything to do with that? But yeah, pretty funny. So we'll finish this up by bringing this last skid. And I'm thinking, well, I like our landing. Like, I don't really want to move our landing. What I'm usually famous for in doing these is chasing the wood wherever I go. So I would probably bring a truck and trailer up here. I mean, technically I could make the landing a little closer. Maybe I could square off one of these areas where it's flat and pile it towards the water. But I mean, then you don't really have a big turnaround area for your truck. Maybe we'll just keep maybe doing this long-term skidding stuff. That seems to be kind of the best style. And I mean, we got a really good spot where we're loading and where we're processing, so I think we'll just kind of keep zapping it in here the way we have it. If we get bored, we'll move, but if not, well, such is life. And we're gonna have to take that wood out of here because I'm gonna start getting frame rate drops here pretty quick. We got a lot of wood piled up here. And then the tops. Oh, you know what? Before we go, maybe what I'll do is I'll jump in that other thing. The other thing. I'm gonna park right here. Okay, let's shut that off. I was making chip piles, so why don't I just back this loader up. Back that loader up. Okay. Oh, love this machine. Hopefully this is out by now. It might not be. You never know. My beautiful kitty. Let's take a picture of that. Maybe we'll use that for a loading episode. Sometimes you just hit the light really well and the stuff just looks like really pretty. You know, like you see the grime and the muck and the marks and the light hits it really well. And then other times you get like the back end and it just looks really ugly or something. And you're like, ah, what happened to you? I guess it's all relative. Okay, so let's turn this on. Let's throw... I'm actually going to try to drive into that pile and see if this tongue on this thing will just kind of lizard it in there. Let's see. I think we can just lizard this. Let's see. Oh, I was thinking about it. No, okay, well, let's just park it in that pile. Oh, that's really loud. Oh, you know what? We're probably going to need the loader for that. Yeah, we will. It's okay. You know what? We'll save that because that'll take a while. We'll use that for an episode. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll end up grabbing these and penciling them, and we'll just feed them into that guy. And then I'm kind of starting a really half-arsed looking pile over here, which looks like I can see under the pile. Look at that. Good job. We'll pile a bunch here, and then eventually we'll bring in like maybe a little Volvo or something, and a truck with a loadable thingy, and then we'll pile it on there and do some wood chips. Get that cleaned up too. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to leave it on that. We will catch you on the next one. See ya.